The American Dream. It's a phrase synonymous with hope, opportunity, and upward mobility. It's the belief that anyone, regardless of their background, can achieve success through hard work and determination. But is this dream still alive today, or has it become a relic of the past? For generations, the American dream has beckoned people from all walks of life, promising a better future for themselves and their children. It's a dream built on the pillars of education, homeownership, and a good-paying job. However, in recent decades, these pillars have begun to crumble under the weight of economic inequality, rising costs, and a rapidly changing job market. The American dream is facing unprecedented challenges. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening, making it increasingly difficult for those born into poverty to climb the economic ladder. The cost of education has skyrocketed, leaving graduates saddled with crippling debt. And the traditional path to a stable, well-paying job is no longer a guarantee. In this essay, we will delve into the state of the American dream today. We will examine the factors that have made it more elusive for many, and explore whether it is still possible to achieve. Join me as we embark on a journey to understand the challenges and opportunities facing the American dream in the 21st century. Historically, the American dream has been a beacon of hope, inspiring countless stories of triumph and innovation. From the civil rights movement to the moon landing and the rise of Silicon Valley, it has driven progress and change. Despite the challenges, there are still stories of success and resilience. Small businesses are being launched, entrepreneurs are innovating, and communities are coming together to support one another. The spirit of the American dream lives on in the hearts of those who believe in the power of community and the potential for change. Technological advancements, renewable energy projects, and groundbreaking scientific research are paving new paths to success and sustainability. The younger generation, with their fresh perspectives and innovative ideas, holds the key to redefining the American dream for the future. By listening to diverse voices and embracing new ideas, we can work towards a more inclusive and attainable American dream for all. The American dream may be facing challenges, but it is not beyond reach. With determination, resilience, and a collective effort, it can be revitalized and made accessible to everyone. As we move forward, let us remember that the American dream is not just a promise, but a journey. A journey that we must all take together, striving for a future where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. Together, we can ensure that the American dream remains a vibrant and attainable promise for generations to come. Join me as we explore the possibilities and work towards a brighter future for all. The American dream wasn't delivered by stork. It wasn't a gift handed down from the heavens, nor was it a preordained destiny. It wasn't etched onto the Constitution. It emerged organically, evolving through the collective hopes and efforts of countless individuals. It was shaped by the aspirations of pioneers, immigrants, and dreamers who saw America as a land of boundless opportunity. These were people who left behind everything they knew, driven by the promise of a better life. The phrase American dream itself didn't gain widespread popularity until the 1930s during the Great Depression. It was a time of great hardship, yet also a period of profound resilience and hope. Historian James Truslow Adams used it to describe a dream of a social order in which each man and each woman shall be able to attain to the fullest stature of which they are innately capable. His vision was one of a society where everyone had the opportunity to succeed, regardless of their background. This dream was rooted in the ideals of equality, fairness, and the pursuit of happiness. It was a vision that promised not just material success but also personal fulfillment and societal harmony. It promised a chance to own a home, provide for your family, and build a better life for your children. The post-war era saw this dream become a reality for many, as suburban neighborhoods flourished and the economy boomed. This dream fueled the post-World War II economic boom, a time when the American middle class flourished and opportunities seemed limitless. Families bought homes, cars, and enjoyed a level of prosperity that was unprecedented. But as we moved into the latter part of the 20th century, cracks began to appear in the foundation of this dream. Economic shifts and social changes started to challenge the stability of the middle class. Globalization, technological advancements, and policy shifts led to a decline in manufacturing jobs, wage stagnation, and a growing gap between the rich and the poor. The once solid promise of upward mobility began to waver. The American dream, once a beacon of hope, began to feel out of reach for many. Families struggled to make ends meet, and the sense of security that once defined the middle class started to erode. The question is, can we bridge the gap between the promise of the American dream and the realities of today's America? Can we find a way to restore the hope and opportunity that once defined our national ethos? The answer lies in our collective will to adapt, innovate, and strive for a more inclusive and equitable society. The American dream thrives on a level playing field where everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed and prosper. It falters when the gap between the haves and the have-nots becomes a chasm, creating a society divided by wealth and opportunity. Today that gap is wider than ever, with the disparity between the rich and the poor growing at an alarming rate. Income inequality has reached staggering levels in the United States, with the wealthiest individuals accumulating more and more resources. The richest 1% of Americans now hold more wealth than the bottom 90% combined, a statistic that highlights the extreme concentration of wealth. This concentration of wealth at the top has hollowed out the middle class, the very foundation of the American dream. The consequences are far-reaching, affecting every aspect of society. As the middle class shrinks, so too does consumer spending, which drives economic growth. Without a strong middle class, the economy struggles to sustain itself. Stagnant wages and rising costs of living make it difficult for families to make ends meet, forcing many to work multiple jobs just to survive, let alone save for the future or invest in their children's education. This lack of investment in the next generation perpetuates the cycle of poverty and limits social mobility. The American dream is not a zero-sum game. It is built on the idea that everyone can achieve success without taking away from others. The success of one should not come at the expense of another. A society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive is a stronger, more resilient society. A thriving middle class is essential for a healthy economy and a vibrant democracy. It ensures that everyone has a stake in the future and can contribute to the common good. Section 4. The price of opportunity: education, debt, and the American dream deferred. Education has always been the cornerstone of the American dream. It's the key that unlocks doors of opportunity and empowers individuals to reach their full potential. But today, that key comes with a hefty price tag. The cost of college has skyrocketed in recent decades, far outpacing inflation and wage growth. This has forced millions of students to take on massive amounts of debt just to get a degree. Student loan debt in the United States has surpassed $1.7 trillion, a crushing burden on graduates and their families. This debt burden delays homeownership, entrepreneurship, and even starting a family. It stifles innovation and economic mobility, trapping graduates in a cycle of debt repayment. The American dream should not be a debt sentence. Section 5. A roof over your head. The fading dream of homeownership. Owning a home has long been a cornerstone of the American dream. It represents stability, security, and a stake in one's community. But for many Americans today, homeownership feels more like a distant dream than an attainable goal. The housing market has become increasingly unaffordable, particularly for first-time homebuyers. Soaring home prices, coupled with stagnant wages and rising interest rates, have pushed homeownership out of reach for many. The dream of owning a home, once a symbol of the American dream, is fading for many, particularly for younger generations. This has profound implications for wealth building, community stability, and the overall health of the economy. Section 6. The shifting sands of work job insecurity and the rise of the gig economy. The traditional model of work, a steady job with benefits and a pension, is becoming increasingly rare. The rise of automation, globalization, and the gig economy has created a workforce that is more flexible but also more precarious. The gig economy, characterized by short-term contracts and freelance work, offers flexibility and independence, but often lacks the stability, benefits, and protections of traditional employment. This shift has left many workers feeling insecure and uncertain about their financial futures. The American dream has always been about more than just earning a paycheck. It's about finding dignity and purpose in one's work. As the nature of work continues to evolve, it's crucial that we find ways to ensure that all Americans have access to good-paying jobs that provide security and a path to a better future.